Our previous vocabulary goals was all about adding the suffix full to nouns to form adjectives that mean full of something. Now, what suffix would help us say the opposite of full of something? It's less. So my desire to keep going is limitless. In other words, it has no limits. Or saying someone is penniless is just a way of saying they are broke, but in a bit much more dramatic way. Life can be full of both useful and useless stuff, meaningful and meaningless relationships, fruitful and fruitless attempts to succeed, lawful and lawless activities, joyful and joyless moments, mindful and mindless people, and the list goes on and on and on. However, we must be on our toes all the time. Just because we can say flawless, it doesn't necessarily imply that we can say flawful. For that, we have the standard adjective flawed. You can definitely go for flawful if you want to show off your playful, creative, linguistic side, but that creativity comes with the risk of being misunderstood. This is why we should always double check and look words up in the dictionary. Now, if you think that full is always the marker of a positive meaning, whereas less always has a negative shade of meaning, think again. Let's look at the word harmful. We should all be aware of the harmful effects of climate change. The word has a distinctly negative connotation, unlike harmless, which is positive. The same can be said about selfless. A selfless person is someone who cares more about the needs and happiness of others than their own, often without expecting any personal gain. Now, the opposite of that would be selfish. So you'd think selfful doesn't exist. You're right. Well, almost. I've checked and guess what? It looks like the word selfful has actually been coined to describe a concept that bridges the gap between selfishness and selflessness. It means taking the responsibility to know and meet your own physical, emotional, and spiritual needs, not for selfish reasons, but so you actually have the energy and capacity to serve and care for others. Indeed, when it comes to language development, the sky's the limit.